Hi guys, welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. Since the last video I did a bunch more story missions. I forget if I already went to Hogsmeade before the previous video or not, but I don't think so. And I've been kind of restraining me a bit from doing any side content, like student missions, whatever they're called, or the environmental puzzles. Just progress through the story a bit to learn a few more spells and be able to do more of the free roam stuff. So yeah, still very much in the beginning, but I have Levioso, Accio, Incendio, Disillusionment, Lumos obviously, and Reparo. It's a bit tedious sometimes that I can't, that I don't have multiple banks for spells yet. I always have to switch them out here whenever I need one that I can't have equipped yet. The first thing I would like to do is try and figure out this moth painting. Sorry, it's a bit dark. It's nighttime right now. Because I've tried this one before when I first came across it, but I haven't really found it yet. I know there's a dog statue on the left there next to a window, but I'm not entirely sure where this is. I've done a few of these paintings in Hogsmeade. And there those moths were always very close to the painting. So I'm guessing this one has to be close as well. But I'm not sure where. Because I have looked around quite a bit for this one, but every time it felt like I had to, or I was straying too far from the painting itself, which makes me wonder if the moth is like in a or behind a door I can't get to yet, because surely it can't be here. So it has to be somewhere here. Well, it would be easier with Alohomora, which I don't have yet. Because then I could check all those locked doors as well, which now I can't. There's a quest here, I'm not sure what. got a bit kitty. I don't think it's going to be here either. There's a page here. This partially transfigured teacup, likely the soon-to-be reversed error of a second year, serves as a cautionary tale for those students who do not take seriously the complexities and dangers of transfiguration. Okay. Whoops. It's locked. I also don't have unlocked, or it's not a sentence at all. What I also don't have unlocked is the, whatever it's called, the appearance changes of equipment. Because from all the stuff I read online, there wasn't any indication that it's locked behind some, some story quest. But there should be like a button here. I think it's supposed to be square to change the appearance of whatever piece I'm wearing, but I'm not sure how, or maybe that's only for certain pieces of gear, not all of them. But yeah, kind of like how I look right now. I don't know if I already changed my hair in the previous video, which I don't have edited yet. And I quickly have to let Limonka in. Be right back. I know last time I was talking about our cats a lot, maybe too much. So I'll try not to now. All I will say is that Rucola is settling in quite nicely. She's still skittish of us, towards us, which makes sense, but she's starting to be a bit dominant over Limonka, which we weren't really expecting. Because, yeah, Limonka isn't showing any aggression towards Rucola, but the other way around, there is some either defensive behavior or dominant behavior. We're not really sure yet. But I'm sure things will sort themselves out. And I really don't know what to do about this moth painting, so I'll just leave it be for now and see what this is.
The Daedalian keys are back. Aren't they brilliant?
Sure.
Is everything all right?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm Nelly, by the way. I'm just so excited that the Daedalian keys are back.
The what keys?
The Daedalian keys. Surely you've seen them flying about. Rumour is that a former headmistress, Professor Moll, conjured them to protect the contents of certain locked cabinets years ago. Professor Black couldn't be bothered to disenchant the keys, and they appear every few years. You should try to catch one.
Why would I do that?
Each key will lead you to a locked cabinet somewhere in the castle. If you can manage to get the key into the cabinet lock, not an easy task, you may find a reward.
Perhaps I'll give it a go.
I hope you do. In fact, I think I heard one of the keys in the astronomy tower. You should listen for them. I hope you follow a few keys at least. If you manage to open a cabinet, I'd love to know what you find, if anything.
Sure.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
I'm a bit puzzled that he keeps saying that here, because I know up there somewhere on the roof was one of the stones for some student. But I found it, so I guess he will keep saying that in every spot where there is or was a stone. And as for these key cabinets, oh, I suppose, well, I've seen on PlayStation Access when Rob was streaming Hogwarts Legacy. I think that's where I saw how the locked cabinets work. Another page. Just a moment. At least we're reassured that Limonka is still seeking comfort with us. So we were a bit afraid that Rokola would, that she wouldn't, or no, to put it differently, we were a bit worried that Limonka would, that she wouldn't like being in the house anymore and she would be outside and stay outside. But that doesn't seem to be happening.
You wanted to speak with me?
I did. Hello, I'm Duncan Hobhouse. Pleasure to meet you. I've heard all about you, of course, confronting trolls and dragons.
I suppose it must seem that way. I'm not sure it's justified. It's often been a matter of circumstance.
I'm going to presume your reputation is in fact warranted, in which case, you are precisely the person I need. You see, we were learning to repel boggarts in Professor Hecat's class, and, well, mine unfortunately took the shape of a puffskein.
They're adorable. Why would you be afraid of a puffskein?
They seem adorable until one sticks its tongue up your nose. Regardless of how reasonable I believe my fear of puffskeins to be, I'm beginning to get a reputation as a coward. Some have even taken to calling me Puffskein Dunkeen.
I'm tempted to say that's actually funny, but
I'm sorry to hear that.
I'll be
Words can be
compassionate.
Thank you. Poppy keeps offering to help me in overcoming my fear, but I'm too afraid to take her up on it. Anyway, to make matters worse, I stupidly blurted out that I must be braver than people think, since I have been in the hidden herbology corridor.
The hidden herbology corridor?
Yes. Rumour has it that the herbology professor before Professor Garlic kept dangerous plants there. It's supposedly so overrun now that no one dares enter it anymore. I was hoping you could go there and bring back evidence that I could use to show that, well, I'd gone in. Say a bit of an exceptionally dangerous plant of some kind.
That's kinda lame.
What sort of plants should I expect in the hidden herbology corridor?
I haven't a clue. But have you seen the kinds of plants Professor Garlic grows? If the previous professor was anything like her, I'd imagine they're not exactly harmless.
Very well. If I'm in the area, perhaps I shall take a look.
Grand. I'd very much appreciate it. Come and find me if you get the proof. I shall be forever in your debt.
Hidden herbology corridor. Sounds intriguing.
If someone gets struck by a cursed broom, we do hope it's you.
I'd like to try one of the hidden cabinets, but I mean not hidden. The flying key cabinets. And I figured out how to do these chests, which is very easy, as you might expect. They have a pretty decent amount of gold. She's the one for the gobstones. I thought there was a thing here. No. I've come across several of these locked cabinets, and of course now that I'm looking for one, I can't find any. Like this is one. So does that mean there is a key somewhere close? Or do you first have to find a key and then you can open any cabinet? I'm not sure. Oh, and by the way, I'm sure you've noticed, but I changed the visual quality to fidelity with ray tracing. Because I thought, well, I assumed wrongly that it wouldn't make a big difference, but it does, especially in the especially in the reflections on the floor and stuff. Wait, there was a... Oh, here. Okay. Near some kind of archway with the big painting next to it. No. Well, maybe it's on the other side of the bridge, but I would kind of doubt it. No. Already feel like I'm getting too far away. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be here. But it goes without saying, I think, that I'm really enjoying this game. Much more than I thought I would, even. Because I wasn't sure if it would be like a lot of walking around and like, enjoying the experience of walking around in Hogwarts, but with not a lot to do. But there's, like, I enjoy environmental puzzles a lot. And there's a lot of those, obviously. And like, there's just so much to keep you busy. Like, you could do a story quest or two, and then you come across, I don't know, whatever, like some Merlin trials, or like all these small things that are fun to do. And beside all of that, there is, of course, the experience of walking around in places like this with a nice view of the hills, and I assume that's the Owlery. And like, it's just a majestic place to walk around in, to say the least. And by the way, the next story mission I have to do takes place in the Owlery, so I'll have to go there soon. Some of these moth puzzles are really not that easy. It's definitely inside. I'm trying to focus on that archway in the right of the painting. Like 2 pillars in front of a painting next to an archway is what I'm going off of.
Have you found anything to prove my bravery yet?
Patience, boy.
Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against trolls. You know, there is such a thing as trying too hard.
Ornes Gaunt, is he the blind student who may or may not be related to Voldemort?
At the present moment, the headmaster would be sure to tell him how very much you despise.
There was a thing on TikTok that there is a blind student who's like related to Voldemort and blah blah blah. Pungent passage. This passage is relatively nondescript as far as passages go. However, the mishandling of a crop of Mimbulus Mimboltonia in the 16th century and the accompanying tsunami of stink sap left it with a rancid odor that even the strongest scouring charm cannot seem to eradicate. Never been here before.
Revelio.
One small gripe is that when you cast Revelio, if there is a field guide page close by, it never stays visible long enough. So you always end up having to cast it a few times in a row just to check the whole room. Oh. Purely for immersion's sake. I think it would be funnier if you had to be out of sight of the chests before you cast the I'll be mispronouncing that the rest of this series. Disillusionment spell. And then you can sneak up on it. Nothing here either. Oh, there's another one here. Well, maybe this one will be easier. Some kind of tree painting with what looks like a centaur. Looks like somewhere here. Oh, yeah. Here was.
It's not me.
All right. So surely the other one can't be far. And yeah, I mean, just to bring it up again, for those of you who haven't seen the recent community post, we will have to be moving sometime soon. Or maybe not soon, but this year for sure. Because our landlords decided to sell the house because they need money for renovations of their own house. Which means that, well, it depends mostly on the people who buy the house. Because if they would let us stay here and we would rent from them, then that's kind of the easiest solution. But if they would want to live here, then we have to move out anyway. So yeah, we started looking for a new place, and we're hoping to go check out some houses soon. I'm seriously a bit baffled by this this one moth. There's a tall window, 2 pillars, big paintings, and an archway, or it looks like an archway, but maybe it's not. At this point, I'm 50% just running around and hoping that I will randomly stumble across it. But I will give this one a miss because I don't see it happening this time. Just to see if there's any other small thing I can do. Summoner's Court. Okay. Gobstones, keys. Oh, I have to go to the astronomy tower first. I guess I can do that. Oh, this does the appearances. Dive in the Black Lake and find the astrolabe. Yeah, I did start this quest and I swam around for a minute, but I wasn't really sure what to do. Because I don't know if I couldn't figure out how to actually dive underwater, if that's what I'm supposed to do. Or if it's one of those dungeon kind of things. Limoncha. I hope Limonka realizes we still love her. So wait, last thing I'll do this time is I'll check out the astronomy tower. I've been trying to get around as much as I can without fast traveling because it kind of feels a bit too easy to just teleport everywhere. Let's check this in. Even though this is kind of the same thing as teleporting, I'd like to get to a point where, you know, where I can find my way around Hogwarts without teleporting and without preferably using this trail thing.
A Daedalian key. I wonder where it might lead me.
I didn't see anything.
Never a dull moment when I go.
Did it go up or down? My apologies if you did see where it went and I'm going completely the wrong way. But I guess we can track it again. not a huge fan of those spiral staircases. Wait. Trail stops here. Just find the nearest cabinet, I suppose. Oh, okay.
Where's the cabinet? How do I get this key in there?
Oh, too soon. Okay. Easy enough.
An old coin. Perhaps Nellie knows what it means.
I believe that's a token for the chest in the common room. So we'll just get this done. — 15 of 25 pages. As much as I want to avoid teleporting, I can see myself getting a bit tired of having to run around for 10 minutes to get anywhere. So I suppose I will be
Around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
I suppose I will be happy at some point that I can teleport.
Were you able to follow one of the Daedalian keys?
Hello, Nellie. I managed to get a Daedalian key into its lock.
Brilliant! What did you find in the cabinet?
A curious token of some sort.
Looks like some sort of house token. I bet it unlocks house chests. I call them house chests. I've seen the one in Gryffindor and heard they're also in the other common rooms as well. Keep an eye out. I do hope you continue on. For so much effort, the prize must be something grand.
I should see this through and find the Ravenclaw house chest.
Okay. If I remember correctly, it's in the common room. Would make sense. Here I am contradicting myself and teleporting at the first opportunity.
I refuse to handle Chinese chomping cabbages with bare hands.
Oh, here.
This must be my house chest. I just need to insert the token. Seems I'll need to find more house tokens if I'm to open this. Quite a few by the look of it.
16 to be precise.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Alright. I think that's going to be enough for this video. You can look forward to much more of Hogwarts Legacy. Really enjoying it, and I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface of what there is to do. So yeah, that'll be it for now. Thank you very much for watching and for listening, and I will talk to you next time. Bye bye.